What's up, community leaders? Ryan Westrup here. Hey, I want to say thank you so much to those of you that came on Thursday evening. I had an absolute blast. Jacob, Abby, Alex, and I, we just so appreciate that time of getting together and talk and discuss. We love you a ton, and we had a good time. Below is an email, just a recap for you about what we talked about, just so you can refer to some of the notes and what we discussed. So you're set up for this fall. If you weren't able to come, just know we missed you a ton. We talked about a whole lot of stuff. We talked about some vision and where we're going from the fall. Here's the highlight of it. We talked about specifically how I just had a kid and how we had to go to the hospital for all of the right advice from the nurses and doctors. But then when we came home, we were left to our own vices, trying to figure out how to take care of this kid. If I can just be honest with you, this last month for Kara and I has just been kind of chaos. It's been really, really hard trying to figure out alone. Thankfully, we have the right people in our life. And I think I use this metaphor because I think that's how so many people show up here to the church. They show up to the church like they do to the hospital because they know they're looking for something. They may not know what they're looking for, but they're looking for something. But then what happens? Sunday afternoon, they leave and they go home and they're all alone. And they try to figure out, what does it mean to follow Christ? I don't know what this looks like. I don't know the right answers. And I just need the right people in my life. And that's where our team, our ministry comes in as the Life Groups Life Missions Ministry. We make sure that every single person that comes through the doors of our church has an opportunity to experience community. And that's where you play a part as the pastor, as the extension of me and my team and pastoring others. So that's what the big kind of vision that we talked about. I shared the vision that I think God's given me for our ministry this year, and that is specifically that I have a vision that Life Church Norman would be known by the people in the community that are loving one another, that are serving each other, and that are meeting each other's needs, and not just by this beautiful building on the corner of Imhoff and Highway 9. If you could just sit and just imagine, what would this community look like if we actually began doing those three things? Well, I think it starts with just having a relationship and really knowing people. When I know you, I actually know what you're experiencing in your life. So that's my one ask for all of us as a community team, is that we would know each other. I gave everybody 4 kind of next steps or 4 things to talk about. They're in the email below. You can see. Make sure that we know our leaders. I know that you guys are already doing that, but do you really know them? It's beyond the text. It's beyond the phone call. Know our people. Number 2 is that we have an info wall available for us to come serve at every single Sunday. We used to have an incredible team there. I just want to invite you, your life group leaders, or those that you're talking to come back and to come serve at the info wall, because this is one of the easiest opportunities that we can help plug people in. Number 3 is we have a message series coming up that is all about community and life groups. It's super easy to have conversations when Pastor Craig and others are talking about community as just that. So there's 3 things. I think there was a 4th thing. I'm going to look at my notes just to remind me because I'm in the middle of it. We are looking for a couple specific groups. We're looking for some married groups and some family groups. You'll see in the email the specific numbers and some things that we're looking at. If you're a recruiter, if you're somebody that loves having relationships with others, I just invite you to be a part of that conversation with others. Would you help us as a team find the right people to be life group leaders in our ministry? Communities, I love you. I'm super thankful for you. In our one-on-ones, I'm just going to refer to some of these things. I'm going to ask you what your thoughts were about the community leader gathering. If you weren't there, we're going to talk about these very things. And I just would love to hear your thoughts and have a discussion about it in our one-on-one coming up. I love you. I thank you. Whoever finds God finds life.